Test. Hello. Sweet. Okay. So, just waiting for an arena game. My queue keeps jumping around because some people keep entering and then leaving. I was one player away a while ago, and now the bad news is we got nobody. So that's not ideal. But we haven't had to wait too long, so we'll see. Hey, welcome. I am still half packing because I'm like leaving right after work today. So my goal is to play this game slightly faster than I normally stream. A lot of times when I'm streaming, I use like 30 minutes. The goal in this one is to not blab quite so much about our decisions and just make choices, but we'll see. Traveling again. Traveling's a stretch. Sorry. I mean, I'm gonna go home for American Thanksgiving and spend time with family. Have a slightly long break here. I don't have work the next 2 days. But it's popping in the car and driving 2 hours. It's not not like a huge trip, but anyhow, I'm doing some packing and just getting things in order for that and leaving the house for a few days, all that type of stuff. But anyhow, yeah, I'm doing quite well. Thanks, Silver River. Hey, Schmog, can't stick around. Hope I get better luck. Yeah, thanks. I mean, yesterday was a combo of not great luck and some poor choices. Like, it's a bit of both. I mean, some of it too is, yeah, just kind of the 50-50s you take in drafts sometimes where you're like, do I pick this card or this card? And then later packs reward you or punish you. Like, I feel like I've had a kind of a rough stretch lately where, yeah, the draft keeps like telling me I'm making the wrong choices, but I don't necessarily think in the abstract I'm making the wrong choices. But yeah, we'll see. 20th anniversary, the best PS2 game is this month. You almost forgot. Looking, yeah, that's a good point. I said some things about Ratchet and Clank in the past, didn't I? I finally got my PS5 and I finally got the new Ratchet and Clank though, so I'm gonna be playing that. I mean, I've been doing a ton of Horizon Forbidden West. That's actually pretty much all I've played for like the last whatever 2 months of owning a PS5. I don't video game super often, and then I also chose to 100% the game, which took me, I don't know, probably 70 or 80 hours of play. So I guess that still comes to like an hour to an hour and a half average a day of PS5 time, which seems about right for me. Um, Anyhow, so yeah, I do plan to at least be playing the new Ratchet and Clank, but yeah, part of me wants to go play those old ones. But how is the new game? You're planning to bring out Deadlocked. Wow. I mean, I like Deadlocked, but I don't love Deadlocked. If I was gonna bring one of the original, like if I was gonna go back to one of the originals, I would definitely go back to Up Your Arsenal. I think Up Your Arsenal is possibly still the best game in the franchise. Up Your Arsenal is real good. But anyhow, I haven't actually put the new Ratchet and Clank into my machine. I finished Horizon Forbidden West like a day ago, and I haven't actually booted up the new Ratchet and Clank yet. Partly because I kind of know I'm leaving this weekend anyhow, so that is going to be the next game that goes in once I'm back. But long weekend at home, so totally agreed on Up Your Arsenal. But you have a buddy to play Deadlocked with. Oh, okay. That actually makes more sense. Playing Deadlocked with a friend is actually pretty sweet. So I accept. If your argument is that we're looking for the best Ratchet and Clank to play with a friend, Deadlocked very well might be the answer. Um, Hope it's fun. Yeah. Hey, Heroic Logic, antics indeed. Um, but yeah. So broadly, I'm hoping to get a game pretty quick here. Actually, now we're. I do I reset the queue is the next question. I guess I'm never gonna play slow speed, so I'm okay. My rep restrictions are slowly gonna die, but it's probably okay. It's not looking good, team. People are not sitting in the queue, or either I have too high of restrictions and people keep hitting other games. it is a possibility that people are hitting other Agricola games, which would be slightly unfortunate. All right, we'll re-kick our queue off. It's understandable though. I have a couple red thumbs and I have a couple restrictions. So like, you know, sometimes this happens when you restrict yourself. You wind up not getting a game because other people jump. It could just be no games are firing. People could just be testing the queue and jumping to other things. In fact, yes, it appears. Okay, there was a standard table that started. Standard table. Okay, the arena queue has actually just been dead for a while. None of these are arena games. What the heck? Here's an arena table. Real time. The last arena game kicked off 41 minutes ago? Gross. An hour ago, another one started. Real time. Okay, the arena world has not been popular today. This one's gonna end shortly, so I guess we could get some of these players if they wanted to play right. Oh no, this is turn-based, so never mind. That's a lie. Several turn-based games have kicked off, but yeah, the real time's not looking good. Might have to be a Terra Mystica stream. Time for a Terra Mystica game. Well, so some of the people that might have missed the start of stream, I said my goal was to play today slightly faster instead of my normal time because I still have other things I want to get done today. Mostly involves just like packing and getting ready to leave for a long weekend with family. But Terra Mystica is even longer. How is Tigris and Euphrates? What is it about? Tigris and Euphrates is quite good. What's it about is kind of a stretch. It has a loose theme, but it's not really. There's really no theme. It's mostly an abstract, but loosely it's sort of area control's not even right. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't easily fit into a category for me. Um, let's pull up. Where is my Tigris table? Here it is. I have an ongoing game of Tigris and Euphrates with some friends. So, Tigris and Euphrates, you basically have a hand of tiles, which I now see is partly blocked by my view. So we'll change our view slightly here just to do this explanation quick. But you have a hand of tiles, which are hidden from your opponents. So if any of my friends who are in this game are watching the stream, congrats, this is what's in my hand. But you have a hand of tiles. Each turn you play 2 actions, which mostly consist of playing tiles. Anytime you play a tile, you basically get 1 point in that color. There are the 4 different colors. Your score at the end of the game is your point total in whichever your lowest category is. So part of the tough part about the game is that you can't like just focus on doing one color very well. You have to focus on doing all of them well because your score is just whichever one you're worst at. So some of the strategies sometimes also can be to block an opponent that has like lots of points in some colors, but just try to block them from getting the thing they're behind on. You have these leaders that go onto the board. They're necessary in order to actually score the points. So anytime I play a black tile, I need to play it in the kingdom where my black leader is. So these contiguous groups of tiles are called kingdoms. When they meet other people, you essentially have a war. Battles happen. Whoever has more strength wipes out the other. That's how you earn a lot of points in this game. So broadly, you're trying to like manipulate your hand of tiles in your kingdoms so that you can grow and then win wars, because then you like gain you like wipe them out, gain tons of points, gain some territory, hopefully can win more wars. But there's room for other cleverness and funkiness. It's a really interesting game, but yeah, it takes a player or two to grok, and I don't even feel I'm great at it yet. Also, I think 4-player is not. I don't know. 4-player is probably where it's best, but it kind of sucks. Like this, I was 4th seat this game. I think this game also has fairly bad 4th seat penalties. My opponents all got to start in areas that I think are slightly better. and I'm likely to have one less overall turn because the game just instantly ends. So like, unless I'm the one ending the game, some opponent is gonna have more turns than me. So I don't love that, but there's a lot of other things to like about this game. I mean, I have an ongoing game of it going with this group, and like I enjoy it. But like Eric is way better at this than I am, which is, I mean, his rating, he's in the like top 20 or 30 of Tigris players at the moment. I don't think it's ever become crazy popular yet on BGA, which is a little sad. I should maybe play or stream that. Heck, if this queue never kicks off, maybe that's what we go stream. But the queue claims that I'm one opponent away again, but my guess is people have abandoned the queue and I'm not actually one away. And indeed, just as I was about to complain and say, hey, look at this. We have a game. We have a bronze nothing player, so that's... I don't recognize like any of these names. Some of them have green thumbs from me, so it means that at least I have actually played them, but I don't recognize most of them. So let's see quick. A 255, a 116, and a 182. So you remember how I've been saying I wanted like an easy game and just get something? This should work. Caterwauling is undefeated. Oh, gods, I don't know if that's true. It's a little tragic how many good games are in BJ without enough players to support the fast queues on them. Yes, good morning, Severe. All right. I said I wanted to play slightly faster today. But we also are handed Mason Half-Timbered House, and I'm not going to ask more questions than that. Bonehead is still very good. Field Fences is very good. Pavier is very good. But Mason Half-Timbered House. Ideally, there's weak players at the table. I just run big house. I have action advantage. I crush them with point ceiling. Having a 5-room stone house that scores off half timbers are pretty easy. Wild combos are rewired. Bacon enablers are rare. These are the opponents to try dumb things with. I mean, that part's true. So Steam Machine is very good. Thanks, Severe. But I'm gonna take Mason Half Timbered House. It's not good by itself. No, of course it's not good by itself. But you're right. It can be a lot of bigs. What other cards you should never pick in this new set? That's a good question. I feel like there's quite a few, but I don't know if I know all of them off the top of my head. Also, let's make the cards slightly bigger for the draft. What are we likely to get back, by the way? Like, something like a food distributor would actually not be awful. Food distributor is useful. Pavier and Bonehead should go, and then actually it might be food distributors. So I'm going to get, like, Cowherd or German Heat. Getting Cowherd back is actually pretty good. For a big family, being able to spam Cowherd with a hearth is a decent way to help feed. These are the correct picks 100%. Yeah, this has to be the picks. I mean, there's a Mason and a Half-Timbered House. Like, there are other good cards, but there's nothing this good. Okay. This is a little trickier now. Ebonist is pretty good. And we know that there's a steam plow. The problem with Ebonist is that it eats our wood. But we might not need that much wood. It's not tricky. Take the dumbest cards possible. Gonzo, I had a rough day yesterday. I want a chance to stomp people and feel better about myself, and then I'll think harder. Scales also can often be pretty strong. And I am second seat. Second seat scales is pretty likely to work if I wanted to. However, there's also a forest plow. And forest plow also opens up a lot of easy plow help. And plowing is not always easy. I like scales a lot, but I'm going to go forest plow. And then I guess I go Ebonist. Ebonist is the best card here. And Ebonist gives me a possible way to eat. The biggest issue with this plan now is that I probably need to build 2 wood rooms for Mason, and I'm throwing wood to Ebonist, and I'm slightly throwing wood to Forest Plow. So the wood problem is going to be an issue. Going half-timbered and then having plow outs is nice. I agree with that. I think that's the biggest thing here. The fact that I can just go big house and a bunch of fields means even if I fence crappy and I fence super late, I have a way to put crops in the ground and have plow points. So if I have plow and fields and a big family and a big house, even if my animals and fences kind of suck, I can actually still win. As I said yesterday, one of my current theories about the overall card set and thing on BGA is that it's hard to win the game. It's hard to win the game without It's a bit hard to win the game without good animals and good fences because it's hard to find enough other positive victory points to make up for it. Anyhow, we see a Lord of the Manor, but I can't take it. Lord of the Manor is not good enough here. There is a stable planner. You're right. Stable planner, I think, is just very good. Oh, and ranch provost. Yeah, stable planner noticeably better than Lord. It is weird, but yeah, as good as I think Lord is not great on a big house plan because I'm not going to hit a lot of Lord categories. And stable planner, when there's a ranch provost, this also gives me a way to just breed animals early, which is incredibly valuable for food. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of this here. The Ravenous Hunger I actually don't hate if I'm allowed to grow super aggressively. Ravenous Hunger can actually be a lot of extra food, but we're going to plan to 7th pick that. I think Trident just for a food out is great here. I can't really do Provost and Forest Plow. Unless my table is really weak. I mean, my table is very weak. Value assets to get the wood I lose from Evanist. I don't think I have the food for it. I think a food out's very useful here. I mean, supply boat's okay too, but I think just Trident. I don't think I have food help. Hey, Merrick. Welcome. Wow, Animal Teacher. Skillful Renovator. Skillful Renovator solves all my wood problems. Um, God, but Animal Teacher also, though. Animal Teacher, just get a hearth. Oh, God, Tim. I am being handed incredible options. Also, wait, well, no, Threshing Board's not that good because I'm not plowing on the plow space, but it does help bake with Ebenist. This probably has to be skillful. I have a mason. This is so much wood. This also just salt. This is such a strong card when you're renovating a decent sized house. Um, I guess stable yard. I'm gonna have 3 stables. When am I gonna have 3 pastures though? It's not guaranteed to happen that early. It might be better just to take acorns here. I'm gonna have ox this game actually, and acorns can be quite nice. I'm gonna take an acorns, but God, animal teacher here. This is a good draft. Slowly getting better. Thanks. This is the radio show. Yeah. Skillful Renovator isn't really big house rental card. It's mid game rental card. Skillful Renovator is just good. I don't care. Skillful Renovator is good. Also, like, I am probably renovating during the mid game. Wow, we got Pavior back. We got Food Distributor back. Okay, we're playing with people that also just don't know how to draft, so that's awesome. This table should be very easy to win. Yeah, German Heathkeeper got taken. And the cooperative plower. I'm playing weak. This, to be fair, this is kind of what I expect when I sit down at tables with hundreds and 200s. The last couple days have been weird. As I've said, I don't know if I've just run into like people that are getting better or it's just been weird, but like my opponents have been drafting reasonably and been playing fairly reasonably. It looks like I'm finally at a table with hundreds and 200s that are going to just do wrong stuff. And while that doesn't necessarily make for a great game, I am kind of okay getting handed a win at the moment. I like Forest Stone quite a bit. This is Trickles of Food. Trickles of Food is useful, and it's points. And then it's probably Pavior. The tough part with Pavior is I need a frick ton of stone this game, and holding on to a stone is annoying. But a food around is a huge boost. Food Distributor, I don't hate, but I guess I should be using Evanist. I still don't hate Cowherd, but yeah, this has got to be Pavior. Pavier's good shit. Just wait until Vincent drops 7-12 grow with his hand and the right hand opponent parks. Yeah, I mean, we could still get absolutely screwed, let's be clear. Swimming class with this we're growing multiple times. Swimming class could be a thing. Milking place with stable planner isn't, well, no. Milking place is pretty bad. It's still pretty bad. We'll take a swimming class. I don't think I have enough wood to actually justify pattern maker. I'm probably not playing Riverine Shepherd, but I actually need a good amount of reed, and I could be eating sheep still at some point. So let's take it, but probably not use it. Ranch Provost came back. That's an easy Ranch Provost. I might actually get these bonus points because I have Stable Planner. Even if I don't, this is a way just to play an Ock for wood. Hook Knife is hard to hit. Ravenous Hunger, as I said, on a big family is actually viable sometimes. Now, am I actually going to be able to grow rapidly? No guarantees. Am I actually going to want to play Ravenous Hunger? Am I going to play Ebenist? No freaking clue, but this is fine. Milking Place is a Nambo stable planner. I think so too. The argument is once you get the 3rd stable, that it's fine. But the thing is, there's several rounds in there where you have 2 stables, and you'd really like the ability to breed. So we would love RSF. RSF is great here. Yeah, we just want tons of RSF with this hand. We want the stone and we want the reed. As much as I want to play some of these Ox, honestly, there's no huge rush. Like Pavior and Stable Planner and Ebonist all are happy to come out, but I don't know if any of them like have to come out over just locking up RSFs. So I'm just gonna be that guy that takes RSF a ton, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm also going to continue trying to play this game slightly faster, as discussed. Wow, Chordmaker. Okay, opponent does have a good card. A good card has been found, everybody. Chordmaker, very good, actually. Steam Machine didn't come back. It's probably a Steam Machine. If it's 3 players, literally 100 elo, I can get, like, 6 action RSF. It's not that, Lumen. We are playing with, like... I can't remember exactly, but it's like a 240, a 170. Like, they're not literally hundreds. Yeah, 255, a 116, a 182. I mean, the best player is there, but Cultivator. They're drafted and playing some good cards. I'm just taking 2 wood. I have nothing to start player with. Well, no, I don't. So this is fine. To be fair, these are my weakness. They are. You've had RSF not get taken at all in round 3 to 4 a few times. Gotcha. Teal unfortunately has a scales, so that means they're starting here, which is good, but it's sad. HIKLJ is on me, as always. Round 1 Chordmaker should plow, you think? Make the 1 reed grab less appealing? I don't understand why you think they should not take 2 clay there. I disagree. The 1 reed should just not be that exciting on their own. Yeah, they also saw a 4-seat Cultivator, so like just let them plow. They don't need to take the reed. Bonehead gets played. I'm taking RSF or playing Pavior here. I maybe should play Pavior over RSF, actually. It's conceivable, but my choice has been made for me. Charcoal Burner gets played. That's fine. I don't care much about that. Although it's a decent time to play Charcoal Burner, but... Okay. HIKLJ has once again made me do some push-ups. Why I ever made this, who knows? Alright. What else is happening? Wood has been taken. That makes sense. Very reasonable cards played so far. Yeah, no, I mean, again, my opponents are, like... In the draft, I think they made some questionable choices. And yet they've played almost all the right cards. Like, everything that's hit the table is actually pretty good. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the Charcoal Burner, but even that's reasonable. Nice form with enough of these. I'm going to look like Giannis. I will never look like Giannis. But I am finally trying to commit to actually working out consistently again. It's been going pretty well for a month. But yeah, the goal is to actually get a bit muscular over the next year, but we'll see. I've been going to the gym fairly consistently and eating fairly well, but we'll see how it all goes. I'm just taking 2 wood again. Nothing else here is good. I don't want a star player. Having a gym buddy helps. Gym buddy actually doesn't help me, honestly. I like just going and doing my own thing. And I've had stretches in the past where I've gone consistently for a couple months, but then I just like... I don't know, just let myself fall into an excuse for a while, right? Like things happen or holidays, and then I just. But I'm trying. I've made some decent plans. I've committed decently well. We'll see. Storehouse Keeper, my RSF spam. Anyhow, start with what? Start with Forest Plow. Start with Forest Plow is fair. You're nervous about getting the Ox out, and not getting them out would suck. Whatever. You're nervous about Teal starting for RSF. I don't really need more RSFs, everybody. Okay. I probably should get Pavior going here. Yeah, I'm going to have stone in my supply for quite a while. This is a food around for a long time. That helps a lot. The stable planner also needs to come out soon if it's ever going to come. Interesting. Um, I'm still going to play the Pavior here. I like the 4 clay for the hearth. I like the 3 wood. I'm not convinced they come back, but maybe you're more disciplined than you. Find it a lot harder to actually get up and go without anyone waiting for me. Yeah, see, that's actually not an issue for me. I don't actually struggle with that. Private forest from teal plus scales. That's cute. And bonehead. Yeah, it's reasonable. The scale stuff's nonsense. Wow, purple already has a room with 2 fields off cultivator. That's a pretty sweet start for purple. But building in round 3 is questionable. But I am getting 3 wood or 4 clay back, so I'm happy about that. Looks like the answer is I get 4 clay back, but that locks up my hearth. So I like this. Stage 1 cultivator is nice. I agree. It is nice. Okay, I would obviously love one of the wood piles. Taking 2 reed when you play a storehouse keeper, like, I get it. He wants room parts, but it is interesting. 4 wood goes, that makes sense. This could be RSF or 3 wood. Probably should be RSF. Yeah, so I get 3 wood. Teal is presumably going to build a room. I will build the hearth next action, or I'll play stable planner. I'll probably play stable planner. I could also play ebonist. How important is ebonist? Gosh, I don't know. Play the goddamn stable planner. Okay. I'll play the stable planner on the wheel here. I'll get it out of the way. I don't really need the ebonist right now. The ebonist can come later. I have a pavior and I'm planning to hearth already. So purple is squatting, it looks like. I love that. That's a waste. Stable planner, ebonist, ranch provost are all nice to play. Yes, they are. They're all useful in their own right. So we'll get to it. But stable planner is very good. It's gonna help. It's gonna help do a lot. Nobody actually has to take food in stage 1. That's a bit wild. The food's just piling up. These 5 food actions next round are going to be very nice, though. I will definitely consider one of them. But wait a sec. I don't have to. I guess it has to ask you because sometimes you might want to build. I can, yeah, interesting. It actually asks you because you might. That's crazy. Ignoring my 6 win plus capacity move for a 3 word move to prep 3rd room. This is how you can start to lose. I got Ock back, Lumen. What do you want from me? Imagine stable. Hey, HIKLJ, I'm not here for that type of pep talk. Just because it's in the title doesn't mean anything. Why would anyone not place 3? Because maybe you're in a scenario where you want to build 2 and you only want to have 2 out there while purple is squatting. I think this is rather weak, everybody. Being forced to start player this many rounds in a row can absolutely suck. But this is good news for me. I build a room here. Like, red, I definitely build here. This possibly gets me 2nd growth in some scenarios. I always have to build. I mean, the hearth is kind of an interesting fork also. Like, I could ask red. I could build the hearth here and ask red if he prefers the sheep or the room. But he prefers the room. There's still food on the bottom. Do I get food stuffed badly here, though, if I risk this? I could run out of all the good food if I build here. And then how do I feed? Let's actually think about this for a sec. Maybe building's not that important to me. Maybe this is hearth, and then I get food or build back. Pavior feeds me? Kind of. I'm gonna hearth here. So why did I 3 wood? You're correct, Lumen. Why did I 3 wood if I'm not gonna build here? You're absolutely right. And yet, I still am not that sad. I still took what I eventually needed, right? I have what I eventually needed. I have the ability to build if I wanted to. Yes, I chose not to, but we also weren't sure Teal was going to build a room last round, right? You don't know these things. It's very likely he was going to when he chose to take 2 read instead of RSF, but I am content with my decisions. I also think it's fairly likely the next moves just go 5 food, 3 sheep, and I build a room anyhow. I don't think that's that unlikely here, unfortunately. But no, it does go RSF grain, okay. Stable planner sucks, he can't even plan with the right color. Yeah, that's actually true. Why are the stables red? I mean, they're with a green background, but... With purple camping, red should always build. Well, especially with the way the food went, but... They have a clay oven out. Oh, that's true. They do have the clay oven out. They build the stable. I'm taking the sheep here. That's basically what I set up for here. And now we're just hoping for late growth. But the 5 food is 1 food worse, and having the sheep already makes it slightly easier to set up breeding sheep in the future off the stable planner, although I can't breed off the stables till forever anyhow. I should also be setting up double build, right? Realistically, this hand should... I forgot I have a stupid mason. We don't want late growth, but I guess I have to set up double build. Yeah, I really should set up double build. Growth does flip. So the real question is, can I set up double build? And the answer might be yes. It actually looks like I have a shot at it. Although I have to build this round if I want to be able to start first action next round. Trouble. Eh. I should just build this round so I can start next round. I can get the other room in later. I'm growing third. The room's coming kind of late. Double building's cute, but it's not. I'm just going to take 4 wood into build. I have good things set up. The 4 wood, I can still sneak in the Abenist before the end of this harvest, and we'll have lots of decent things going on. But I'm going to take 4 wood. I get build as the next action, and then, I mean, I'm not taking as much RSF. I need a lot of read still, so, like, ignoring taking read is a little troubling, because it's putting a lot of pressure on me to get it done later, but... Alright, Garanthar. Loki's getting a treat. Loki! Hey, buddy. Yeah, look at you. Alright. I can't do the start stable block into build next round, so you hate trying to double build. Yeah, exactly. I can't double build here. I'm just single building it, it's fine. I'm not, even if I try to double build, who knows what I'm growing. It's not saving that many actions. I don't even get the read. Purple might be going for another room. I might be at the bad table where everybody's gonna not... That's been the other weird part about my games lately. I've been with weak players, but they've actually, like, really prioritized growing, which is... Or not growing, prioritized farming lately, which is weird. But... Alright. Loki, yeah. Hello. Good cards from everyone? Yeah, not building a stable? No, I'm not building a stable. Oh, should I have built a stable? Interesting. I see what you guys are saying. I should have built a stable and had an option to breed sheep. Building a stable did seem good, didn't it? Yeah, that's fair. This is what I get, see, for feeding Loki and then just trying to play faster. I don't think through these things, but you guys are right. Building one stable is totally reasonable. Especially with the Ranch Provost having all my stables on the board. I'd have the wood for it. But hey, you know what I did? I didn't do that. This is what I get for outsourcing. This farm is still unstable. It's fine, everybody. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Okay, what I am likely doing here is starting, obviously, and then I'm probably playing Ebenist. It's probably time to just play Ebenist. What am I starting with? I'm starting with Forest Stone and growing with Forest Plow. We gotta get the forest things down. Paying a stone for this is very reasonable, right? Yeah, this is a good amount. This is a point and a good amount of food. I still have a stone for... Pavier. I'm really not trying to build majors with this hand. I need stone for Renowin, and I need stone for Half Timbered. Ocking Ebenist, I think, is very correct here. You had to go prep for some cranberry sauce. Are we getting weird? No, we're not getting weird, unfortunately. You think I often get my next build before grabbing sheep anyways, so you don't think the stable's a huge difference? That might be true. RSF gets taken. Purple is building another room already. I guess that's reasonable enough. It's mid-game growth. They have some wood injection, and they might be getting. They're getting like a 4 wood grab or a 6 wood grab next round, probably. So I don't hate it, but I don't know if I love it for them. But I don't have to love it. They get to do what they want to do. You agree with Civ? There's a world where I take 2 sheep this round. Correct. That's where the stable would have been great. Because if I built the stable, I would happily take the 2 sheep here. However, I don't think I'm taking 2 sheep here. I don't think 2 sheep is anywhere remotely a good enough action. And I can't take 2 sheep anyhow because red's hungry. Although red has a million grain they should be eating, but whatever. I'm playing Ebonist here. Getting this Ebonist down I think is good. I have trickles of food from lots of things. I still have a sheep I can eat. I'm going to get through the next harvest just fine. It's for sure not this world for multiple reasons. Yeah, I mean, it turns out, but okay. 3 wood gets taken. That's good. I like there not being 6 wood on the board. Very happy about that. I don't love the fact that all my opponents actually have good things, though. Like, why again? Why must I be playing with opponents that are doing reasonable things? My hand looks a lot better this time. Yeah, I mean, my hand's much better. My actual position is not necessarily. But why must I be? Sorry. Better to have 3 reasonable opponents than 1. That's probably true too. All right, single grain is not a very strong action. I like that. Purple does already have 4 fields though, which is pretty crazy. All right, we're growing with a forest plow. Teal has to start player. Purple's probably taking 4 wood. This is something I should consider one of the clay actions, although the 2 reed is also very good. But I need a lot of. This house is still going to consume a lot of time, but the skillful renovator is going to help a lot. The forest plow should help a lot too. I agree with Sid. I mean, I have a very good hand. It's just going to be actually managing to get it all done because we're a little action starved. We're growing third in a mid-growth game. It's not awful, but our action count's a little lower than we'd love. Oh shit, I forgot to Ebonist in the harvest. That's what I was supposed to do. Hey everybody, look at that. Playing fast is bad. I kind of forget that Ebonist is under the dumb conversion menu, and I didn't feel like I needed to convert, and I thought they gave me the conversion menu because of the sheep. You noticed the Ebonist like 2 seconds before I did? Yeah. I just realized that though. I thought it gave me for if I wanted to eat the sheep, but I was like, I don't want to eat the sheep. No need to. So zoom along, but we played Lemonist and didn't use it because we are a chump. Well, that sucks. Yeah, that was not good of us, but that's a thing we did. Do we take 2 reed? Do we take RSF? Do we take 3 wood? Do we take 4 clay? Classic for getting Evidist? Yeah, it's pretty bad though. I guess RSF is still better for me than 2 reed, but is this RSF or is it 3 wood? I guess I don't super need 3 wood actions, to be honest. I have Skillful Renovator. Yeah, actually I don't. I really need RSFs. I also do need a lot of clay. Can I get 6 clay? You think Evidence is 1 tier lower because you always forget it? Yeah, 4 clay is the right amount. 4 clay is not the right amount. Am I going for a wooden room? Yes. Has forest plow and forest stone, doesn't take forest. It's true, HIKLJ. 4 clay is not the correct amount. I have a half timbered house, so 4 clay right amount. Oh, skillful renovator gives me a clay. I see. You guys are right. Skillful renovator. I forget skillful renovator. That's what happened. Teal building a room here is very dubious in my opinion. Why are we building a room? I mean, purple is just gonna start player. Like teal grows, purple start players, and then I possibly do pop in the room queue. I don't know. This is gross. My building a wood room is dubious. Explain how, Sid. Please explain how. I have a skillful renovator. So, with skillful renovator, explain how the wood room is dubious. Also, explain how I build another room for Mason anyhow. Once you answer those two questions, I'm fully listening. But until that point, I think wooden room all the way. Choo choo. Grab stone and build a stone room. Uh, you're trolling. Okay, yes. Um, yeah, I'm gonna build a wood room and claim that the half timbered's gonna do me just fine. Now, one thing I will say is, despite it being early reno, none of my opponents seem to care about renovating, and that is gonna make the skillful renovator a bit harder to actually operate. So that part's sad. The reed gets taken by red. Red's probably building another wooden room. So this is a game where everybody's going to build two wooden rooms. So that's a little nuts, but you think I have to build a wood room, but the queue is not looking good. I think the fact that red just built again means that the queue does indeed look awful. This is a game I wish I was just farming and had the dumb Lord of the Manor, which, by the way, there's the Lord of the Manor in the draft. I'm guessing it must be with purple. Purple's trying really hard to make these crops work with green grocer. Wow, purple's very hungry also, by the way. Actually, everybody's hungry. What are these players doing? They're not getting food. That's what they're doing. But I picked Mason over it. Oh no, we picked Stable Planner over Lord of the Manor. That's absolutely what we did. There was a Stable Planner and a Ranch Provost, and we already had a Mason half timbered. You tell me where Lord of the Manor was fitting in that game plan. This is where the lower elo shows pushing the fourth room too hard. Yeah, that's what it looks. Wow, purple built this room but isn't starting. This is also. What? Low elo players not feeding efficiently? This is not what I'm used to, everybody! My opponents have been playing like crazy well lately, okay? I'm as confused as all of you. I don't understand, like, anything. I'm getting 6 clay here, though. I like that. Milk jug, yes. That's fine, too. By the way, these two pigs are pretty good. I eat this sheep, and now I have pigs to breed later. Also, this is where if I had built the damn stable that everybody wanted me to build, that would have been nice, but I didn't. But I think I left myself the obligation to take the 6 clay. RSF, right? Red's building a room for sure. So, I mean, I want the RSF. Yeah, Red's building next move. Why is Red starting first action? I mean, I guess we could argue they're getting oven blocked, but I have to assume Red is building. Now, to be fair, assumption is dangerous here, but in your mind, Red chicken's out. Oh, that's not happening. I mean, to be fair, look at the bottom. Like, how is Red starving? Red has so many food options. They have clay oven, they have sheep, they have boar, they have 5 food, they have 4 food. Like, Red is not in any actual trouble here. Pattern make for teal. Okay, we are. Some of the people think there is lots of wood in this game. But I guess to be fair, there is a lot of wood in this game. There's been a bunch of wood injection, to be fair. Private Forest, Bonehead, Cultivator, Charcoal Burner. Like, this is actually one of those fairly wood-rich games. Could I pivot to a clay room? Maybe. That's kind of... I'm just 2 clay short. So I have to take a clay action instead of taking a wood action. Yeah, I mean, it's very conceivable, I guess. I could just go for the clay. Animal Teacher is finally getting played. Look at that. There's a card. Maybe I get 6 wood here. It looks like I might be getting 6 wood here. It also looks like I'm getting 3 stone here. Like, I don't know what's happening, but the board is... People are being nice to me. I will take 3 stone, I think. I also kind of want the 2 pigs. I don't know. You don't agree with clay room? We have skillful still. We should just build in wood. I'm getting a great wood action. I don't know if I'm getting 6 wood, but I'm getting 4. Bed in the grain field. Ah, purple bed in the grain field. Okay. That does look better, although how are they feeding? I guess they're just bottom feeding last action. I'm taking 3 stone, then 2 pigs, then 6 wood, hopefully. This is food action, food action. Yeah, I'm getting 6 wood. These guys are taking food. So I guess, actually, if they're taking food, I take food plus this. I'm not going to be able to late action reno. That is the problem. I actually think I take pigs then 3 stone, because I think this has to be food. And this also has to be food. I mean, they're not going to eat raw crops. So these guys are taking food in some fashion. They might take the pigs away. I would rather have the two pig action. I need food myself, like next stage. And I should have, yeah, at the very least, I have these pigs sitting here for later. But like, I'm going to regret not having the food, potentially. Wood is fine now that I'm getting 6 wood anyways, correct. Not taking reed is a slight sad day. Teal only has 3 people. I mean, Teal will eventually get their 4th. Why are we sad about that? I do get 3 stone. This is good. Oh, forest stone. Wait, forest stone can go higher than 2 food? Oh my god. What a fantastic. That was 3 stone, 2 food, everybody. What a fantastic round for me, actually. 6 clay, 3 stone, 2 food, 2 boar. And now I open next round 6 wood. Who cares if all my opponents are growing like maniacs? This 2 reed next round is going to be very useful to me. Ebonist! Ebonist! I almost did it again. I almost skipped Ebonist again, but I didn't, everybody. Okay, so yeah, the fact that I'm not growing as fast as I wanted is sad. The upshot is you're not sure I take wood 4 more times this game. Did you forget we have a forest plow? I guarantee you we're taking wood at least 4 more times this game. I will stomp on 2 wood actions quite happily. I'm definitely taking wood 4 more times. Yeah, okay, you forgot that. Sadly, I can't breed this pig again. The timing on Stable Planner, Lumen can yell at me for not having already played Stable Planner faster. I could have bred a pig there, and that would have been very valuable, but in Arena, you should always plan for 3 room. I would generally agree. But when you get offered a first pick half timbered Mason, you kind of gotta take it. But yeah, you definitely can get messed up. You love 4 room strats against good players, yeah. If we planned out our stables and built one ourselves, correct. We had multiple ways to do the stable stuff better, but whatever. Wage gets played, that's fine. I do not care. Give me the wood. Wood. You love 2 room strats. I mean, that part's fair. Do I want to plow? No, I do not want to plow. Plowing is later. I don't want to leave a 5 wood action. No desire to leave a 5 wood action. Alright. Life is pretty good. I want the 2 reed next. 2 reed and just build. I mean, Teal will wind up starting, but I mean, so be it. Will Teal start? I mean, they probably will. We're taking single cow because of milk jug. Okay, that's fine. Throw me some food, actually. Yeah, give me 4 food. And there's a ton of sheep. Wow. All of these are delightful, but I need this 2 reed. This 2 reed is good. I need a lot of reed. Need a lot of reed. I guess not that much reed anymore now that I took 2 reed, but I still need 2 more reed, right? Yeah, I still need 2 more reed. 1 for the Reno and 1 for half timbered. So we're getting pretty close to having all the resources we need, at least. If you have one of the cards that makes it work, sure. Yeah, I mean, obviously you can't just 2 room whatever you want. You just had a game with clay supports. 2 others went big house. The 2 room seducer collector player won by a mile. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit of what's messy in a lot of these games. Like, I would be like, I wish I could just 3 room here, to be honest, but I'm also pretty happy still to be going big house. It just sucks, like, yeah, that the growth queue is not more open for me, but I've not grown as fast as these guys, but I've made it up for the fact that I've gotten very efficient actions. Like, I've gotten 6 clay, 6 wood, 3 stone. Like, these players don't have that stuff. Teal does start, though. They're protecting their growth, so this part is unfortunate. I mean, we kind of knew this was happening, but although Cow Mom probably shouldn't be 2 rooms by default. Cow Mom is a card from the original. Yeah, it's quite interesting, but it doesn't exist in revised. So Sid's just confusing you. You get animals if you're in 2 rooms. Yep. Okay, follow-up question, team. Do we just take 3 sheep because 3 sheep is good value and we still kind of need food long-term? I feel like the answer might be yes. Like, building here doesn't really thrill me. I mean, Teal's always growing next round, and if I build next round, I just get the next growth. I don't think anybody's thinking about building a 5th room, but just in case they are, Is plowing bad here? Yes, plowing is bad here. We have a forest plow. We can plow later. I saved 2 wood. That's plowing is very the wrong answer here. This action is always build or sheep. I need to get the build out of the way so I can start renovating. The reno queue is horrid, so that's a bad thing. It also means the skillful renovator is going to be pretty bad. It's still going to be worth playing because I'm just not going to get max value for it, but I'm going to get some value. But yeah, the reno queue is actually horrible, which is part of why I kind of want to just build here. However, I'm worried about my long-term food a bit. This also forces teal to first action grow. Is that do me anything useful, honestly? It buys me slightly better actions. I just like this because it buys me Reno Tempo, to be honest. And Reno Tempo kind of matters a lot here. And I might just get 4 sheep or 2 pigs again. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say I need this room out of the way. This is too important. Building another stable doesn't seem necessary. I'm going to go with this stable's not particularly important. I don't know if I even need or have time for Ranch Provost. Alright. That is not the reason they're banned. Big Country and Little Pleasant got banned because they enable 2-room games. 2-room games are dumb. Yeah, that is not the reason Big Country and Little Pleasant got banned. Like, stuff like Seducer and Lover in these sets also sometimes enable 2-room strats. Like, if you have like a Plow Driver or Lover, I mean, that's a lot of food you have to generate, but like, anyhow, yeah. Okay, so the good news is we still have a lot of good actions. The bad news is we're behind on the reno, we're behind on the growth. We're kind of I mean we're doing okay, but we're not exactly like ahead of schedule. We're not horribly behind schedule by any means, but I am just like 2 RSFs basically gets me the reno half timbered at least. I like that. But what's Little Peasant? Little Peasant got banned. But it's good that it got banned because it's very annoying. All right, how's purple? How is any of these players feeding? And actually, now that I say that, how does nobody built? How does the majors look like this in an early growth game? Teal is spamming RSF, which is totally fair. Okay, Teal wants to Reno Stone Oven. Teal wants Reno Stone Oven, which is very reasonable for them as a way to feed, and then they have a threshing board. I actually like that. Purple is luckily doing very weak things with far too many grain actions. I get they have a green grocer, but they still have no way to feed. So they've grown aggressively, but their food is just absolutely horrendous. So I like that. Red has 0 wood. So teal does look like my biggest competition. Which, to be fair, based on rating, that was always going to be the case. But teal looks like the only one that could beat me, basically. I'm really just not worried about the other player's position. I still have to achieve a lot, also, to be fair. Like, I could get kind of blocked on these renos. I definitely need to start prioritizing the reno pretty highly. I even could consider renovating without playing Skillful Renovator this round. Because I think it's so likely that teal is going to reno Stone Oven as their action after growing. But I might feel more compelled to just take another big animal stack just because it's going to help keep my food really. I'm going to have to take more food actions, and I'm not sure in the end game I'm going to get better food actions than 8 food, 6 food, right? Like. I'm even with breeding a little animals here, like maybe I don't have to worry that much about food, I guess. I could worry about it later, but I might let teal renovate this round, but we'll see. You think 2-room games are underrated? You think Scholar small sales enough to consider? I don't think that's true. I think since teal's gonna let me grow. Hallelujah, Tim. Teal's not renovating. But us getting to grow here is a huge gift. We even get to grow trident. I forgot. I can grow trident, so food is actually way less important than I thought. Oh my god. Okay, well, this is huge. Uh, oh, wait, we can't grow trident. It's round 11. What am I talking about? It's round 11. That's not an option. It's not 9. I can grow wage. I get 2 food. Sure. I mean, growing with 2 food is fine. I could even grow ravenous hunger, actually. Wait a sec. Are we playing ravenous hunger this game? I talked about how ravenous hunger could actually be good here. I'm taking veg at least once. This could be ravenous hunger, actually. Ravenous hunger is essentially turning a grain into like a cow. I don't mind that at all either, but you would not dare do this in arena due to other mess and give somebody a big action advantage. I don't think Scholar and Small Scale is enough to beat good opponents, but you don't think my food's as bad as I think. My food's definitely not as bad as I think. I totally agree. My food's fine. Um, anyhow, oh, and I don't get the sheep here anyhow. I was mostly really tempted by 8 food sheep if I got that, but yeah, I don't need to take 2 pigs. My round at this point, and Teal can't renovate. This round absolutely is grow, skillful renovator, renovate. That's like definitely got to be what we're playing. Um, yeah, there's like no doubt in my mind, which actually means I'm probably renovating with wage. I am gonna play Ravenous Hunger though. Actually, I've decided. I think it's worth it. We already get a veg in round 14. That's true. That's a good point. I forgot that we're getting a veg. Maybe Ravenous Hunger was bad, but now it's already played. So this is what again we get for not thinking too fast. But I'm also getting distracted by the chat, which is totally fine. I enjoy chat, but yeah, chat's no longer focused on this game or what we're doing this round, which is fine. Again, this round seems pretty easy to me. The fact none of my opponents are renovating, the Reno queue. I guess Red could enter the Reno queue. Red very well might take RSF as their action, and then they're gonna try to Reno Stone Oven. Although their food is fine, they don't need that. Red needs wood. Somebody might care about starting. Teal has the Lord of the Manor, is what this fencing arrangement suggests to me, but I don't agree with this tight fencing. Your animal capacity is very dubious this way. Purple not figured out how to feed. Cooperative plower. They got their cooperative plower, but this is crazy. But yeah, this is an easy skillful renovator renovate. Assuming red doesn't do, oh, and they're starting for me, excellent. You really don't like purple's field arrangement or playing cooperative plower. Yeah, the one thing I'll grant for purple, the reason that purple's field arrangement is this way and why they're plowing so aggressively, there is a field fences in this draft. And now that I'm seeing what's happening, this has to be field fences, right? Purple has a field fences at least. Their food sucks still, to be clear, but very much a field fences. It makes more sense. Yeah, I just remembered field fences also. I've been slow, but that's definitely a field fences play. All right, skillful renovator. I actually do need a slight food here, so this handy dandy wage is going to be useful. Um, Pottery on Reno. Uh, I was just going to do wage in order to feed, but pottery is an interesting greedy option. But then I have to take more clay. I can't pottery here. I don't think I have enough time to justify pottery. Yeah, it forces a clay action, which I think is... Well, I guess if I have pottery, I don't hate taking a clay action. Huh, interesting. It also forces a stone action, right? I guess I'm taking a stone action anyhow, because I probably just want to take 2 reed rather than trying for 2 RSFs. Am I Ebonisting? Yes, I'm definitely Ebonisting more. Which Ebonist gives me a food, right? Like, I have a food off Ebonist, but... I definitely need to breed these. I need to breed the boar. I think I'm just playing wage here. I think pottery's too questionable. I think pottery, yeah, I think wage is just cleaner. Um, I think we have a pretty winning line if we just focus on getting the mason half timbered, using forest plow a couple times, and fencing. I think that alone is basically enough to win. Just make sure to get the half timbered mason done. Make sure to, yeah, do the other stuff. I also am going to get 2 cows to start next round, it looks like. I mean, red might take a cow right here, I guess. We'll see. But if red doesn't take a cow here, yeah, I can open next round 2 cows. Or I open 4 wood plus a plow. I have some good options. That part's great. This growth, teal gifted me the growth this round. Is very nice. Renovating this round also still looks very good. I really want to just hit reno again this round. Just because the reno pressure continues to look absolutely miserable. But I don't know if I can pass on 2 cows. Even with the fact I played Ravenous Hunger. Also, giving teal 2 cows looks gross. I opened 3 cows. Yeah, I think 3 cows is wrong. Teal's 4th room looks even worse now. The fact they have Lord of the Manor, I mean, I get that it's like mid. Yeah, the fact that it's mid growth and they have Lord of the Manor, yeah, this room actually seems a huge distraction. But yeah, the fact they felt compelled to go for food, also, yeah, just wrong. But these things happen. Veg plus 4 food, not good enough. Veg cow seems good. Getting gifted this growth is so good. Yeah, might be veg cow wood. I don't think veg plus 3 cows is actually good enough. And the main problem is because I think the board is so good in so many other aspects. I just don't think I need. I don't think I need the other stuff. Also, well, God, is the 3rd cow, is veg plus cow good enough? I don't think it is. As other people have pointed out, I actually get a veg off Pavier, so it's possible I threw away a grain to Ravenous Hunger I'm never using. I don't need a veg action, that's the gross thing. This enables a faster rental line for Skillful? How does it enable a faster? Oh, because I already have 2 family members down. That part's interesting. Oh. So I'm not taking any wood this round. I go veg, cows, I get reed, and then I renovate. Now, other people definitely can get in the reno queue this round. But then I just settle for a field. It certainly solves my feeding for basically ever if I do. Like, if I do go veg into 3 cows, my food is set literally for the rest of the game. So that part's kind of convenient also. Although I could just run out tridents and my food's set forever. Yeah, no, screw this. I actually think the veg action's bad. I think the cows are correct, but I actually just don't think I need the food. I think I'm very likely renoing trident this round if I'm able to. The Ravenous Hunger was atrocious. Yeah, it was. I forgot. To be honest, I forgot we had the Pavier veg. The Ravenous Hunger was just bad, but that's fine. 3 wood skillful is good. I agree. Strong move to give up on Ravenous so easily. It was a mistake to play it. Like, it sucks. It sucks to know that's true, but it was. Also, Teal's already in the reno queue now, which I kind of thought was likely. So I very well might not be getting renovation this round, but that's okay. I take 2 reed here. Yeah, I just take 2 reed here. I get in the reno queue. I can take a stone action to complete half timbered later. But yeah, Teal might renovate this action, but if you can reno 3rd, I should. Completely agreed. Obviously, no reason for me to greed out an extra wood here over just the reno tempo. Reno tempo is way better, which, yeah, like Teal's going for the well or something. Yeah, I'm 100% renovating. Like, I completely agree. It's ludicrous for me. Oh, okay, I don't even get reno because I missed that purple can renovate. Yeah, like I would have renovated apps super fast if I was allowed to. But yeah, now I'm not renovating, which means I'm not getting trident, and wood gets taken. So all of that was bad. So now I sort of wish I Ravenous Hungered, but I'm still okay with this. But do I ever start player Trident? I guess I take 2 wood plus a plow here. Yeah, I kind of planned for Trident. Also, I could start player Acorns. Wait a sec. SP Acorns actually doesn't seem awful either. And then I take an RSF action, and RSF completes the half-timbered and the Reno requirements. Yeah, I don't mind that much. What am I starting for, though, is the biggest problem. I guess plow sow. But I'm sowing only 1 grain. Yeah, see, that's not very good. It might be good enough. Was that a Reno Nada from purple, or did they pass a minor? That was a Reno Nada, so that's pretty gross. SP for Reno, yuck. Honestly, it might be. Reno matters that badly to me. Like, I absolutely have to get Reno. We're guaranteed to have Reno priority. Yeah, unless they start player for Reno. That's true. I'm just going to get Reno. Okay, I'm going to just take the 2 wood then. I need to start actually taking wood to plow. This forest plow should get used. And you could certainly argue that I should just take the plow space. And, yeah, I should just take the plow space. What am I doing? I get a food that way, I guess, but I should clearly block plow from teal. Teal grows. Oh, teal's growing. Duh. Okay. Well, okay. Teal grows with wage. I will take 2 wood if I'm allowed to, which seems likely. Purple start players field fences, yeah. Or they're going to start player wage because they're... God, purple has no food. What is purple doing? How is purple not taking stone into stone oven? Oh, they used all their clay on Reno. What a world. Okay, they are starting and they are doing field fences. Yeah, okay, there it is. All right, that's fine. Purple seems to have deeply mismanaged their game. Yeah, I mean, again, rating wise, some of these players are pretty weak, and Purple's definitely showing why they're not rated very well. Like they could have had much better. They should be winning here. Yes. Purple got first growth. They got a pretty fast second growth with Ben of the Grain Fields. If they just had done a couple things slightly better, yeah, they'd be very well. Technically, they are. They still might win. I mean, they're getting growth here. They're already at 28 points, and the animals have been pretty good this game. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're a lot closer than they should be, given how bad their food is. But they played Cultivator very good. The Cultivator's been excellent. I'll grant that. I do just take 2 wood here. Oh, or do I take 2 stone? Wait a sec. Do I ever take 2 stone here? No, I can get stone plenty of ways. The stone comes easily. I definitely should be getting some fields off. They could still lose 57 on food. You think if they just solved food a bit better, they could have won? I agree. Damn, do we get renovated on? Oh, red can reno? It's possible. I've been saying how bad the reno queue is because nobody effing renoed. Oh, we're definitely first action in reno if we're allowed to. You kidding me? The reno queue is absolutely nightmarish. Like, nobody renovated until round 11? Like, blech. We absolutely need to get the Reno and the Mason and the Grow. Like, these are not, yeah, none of that is, like, optional for me. I guess I could start player for Reno Fences? Yeah, first action SP for Reno Fences? Possible. Fence gets pretty iffy if I do it. Iffy is the name of this game. Iffy is the name of our game. I can go for Mason in 14. I can. I think I just renovate here. Like, getting fence blocked is definitely obnoxious if it happens, but like, I definitely know. I agree. I can grow half timbered. That part's the game plan. Yes, I'm just gonna renovate here. The queue is too messy. I realize I can get fence blocked. I accept this. I am renovating Nada. That part's a little gross. But I think renovates Nada is better than renovate Acorns. Renovating Acorns is saying that I get RSF, whereas currently I can get any stone action before the end of the game to half timbered, which seems better, so I just reno Nada. Swim class might be a 2v poo of 14. Kills the fireplace kills the half timbered clay. Yeah. Food check for swimming class. I maybe could have played swimming class, but when am I ever? When am I ever taking? I guess maybe I would take a fishing move next round. Okay, maybe I should have swimming classed. Maybe. I don't know if I have the food for it though. Teal starts. This sucks. Teal starting was not the thing we wanted to see though. That's not good. Take a plow action, Teal. I guess they're starting because of the Reno queue is that bad. But gross. Teal's also mismanaged their game with this dumb room. What are we doing? I can hope that either me or red fences. Oh, I mean, I'm clearly fencing this round. Who are you kidding me? I'm fencing this round if I'm allowed to. I'm gonna take wood, and then that stone is brutal. That stone really doesn't matter. I am definitely taking wood here so that I then get up to 10 wood. I take wood plow, and then I can fence 10. Yeah, there's a decent chance I actually can't get fence block next round. Oh, also, this is the wrong wood spot, right? This is the wrong wood spot. I don't want to leave. I do want a forest plow, so I should do it over here. Forest plow is being a champion here, at least. Okay. We still need to play mason. We need to take stone so we can grow with half timbered. We need to fence. Do I go for provost here? It does look like provost is also an option, but the question is, do I have the actions? Provost and defense 11? And just fence giant? Actually, why am I fencing 11, right? I literally just fence a giant effing pasture. Oh, provost is a 2-3-4, not a 1-2-3-4. Actually, yeah, why don't I just fence 10 here? Wait a sec. Yeah, I should just fence 10. I just fence 10, and then I play Mason. I fence 10 into Mason. Next round, I stone, grow, like wood plow, and play Provost or something. Like, yeah. Need one wood for half timbered. Oh, I do need one wood for half timbered. And fences gets taken, so I'm not fencing here. Okay. The bad news is that we're not fencing here. The good news is purple's fenced out. Technically teal could open fences actually, which is gross, but they're behind. They should not be opening fences. I should get fences. This is okay though. Mason grow. Just take a plow action and fence better. Possibly Eminist if I'm considering a sow. Would be 3 points. Yeah, Eminist is great. I will just take wood here. I think I just take wood plow if I'm allowed to. We want to grow half timbered, so grow's not worth it because it costs us an action. Yes, good call. Yeah, growing is not important here. It costs us food is what it does. It doesn't actually net us anything. I think I just take wood plow here. Wood plow is half timbered wood or it's ebonist wood. Or I just take the wood. Okay, red at least is fenced out. Okay. Wood plow and RSF? I think it's Ock, because I potentially want to play Provost. I think I get the Mason just out of the way here. It's pretty important to just get the Ock down. I can take RSF, I can take a single stone. We could grow acorn for an extra food if we take RSF. No, none of this is correct. Growing acorn is bad because I have to take RSF. I'm going to just get the mason out of the way. I think it's too annoying to keep having this hovering. We'll hide the room though, that's fine. Ock opens up Provost next round. Yeah, that's like... And it's just like, I don't know, like, there still is a Lord of the Manor that somebody maybe is trying to play. Teal's trying to win with a no plow game. I can't believe Teal continues to just be like, oh yeah, this plow space, who cares about that? I mean, I guess I don't, but it's a little wild whatever Teal's up to. I don't quite understand. I guess they have Reno well, clearly, right? Like they do want the well is my guess. The well is just chilling till round 14 because I'm doing this half timbered stuff. RSF gets taken, so I can just take the stone action next round though. I think this move is just take wood plus plow again. One wood and a plow means that, yeah, God, I do want to Ebonist in the harvest. Wood no plow in your opinion? Because the wood is actually worth more here because I'm allowed to Ebonist and I fence better. Okay, yeah, actually, agreed. Wood no plow is better. You guys are right. This allows me to Ebonist. There's a chance I get plow so. That's fair. It gives me 2 Ebonist even, that's true. And I also only want 1 more field. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I get a field next round. I have a lot to do next round. Next round, I have to take stone into grow. Those things have to happen. So I only have 2 actions next round, and I have to fence. I only have 1 free action next round. But you guys are right that I can open plow so if I get it, and there's a chance that I get it, which would be pretty gross. But you are all correct in that. Food distributor. Okay. Congrats to Teal. That feels completely useless to them. I don't understand Teal, but you love the late food distributor. It's fun for how much food it is, but like, what does Teal need here? They already have the grain. I guess it's just their feeding action for the rest of the game. Okay, maybe in that regard, maybe it's fine, but it doesn't feel winning. Purple's just eating piles of crops. Yeah, they're just raw cropping it. That's how they plan to win here. Oh, also, yeah, I missed. This round is opening Reno, isn't it? Oh no, wait, no, Red's not threatening Renos. Okay. Red's not threatening Renos. Raw cropping it, yeah. Okay, so it doesn't have to go Reno. So who knows what happens. Red probably takes Plow So if it's offered to them. Although Grow is a thing I guess other players are fighting for. Okay, we just have to remember I have 1 free action. There's 1 free action available to me, and that's it. That's all I get. Plow So is definitely the preferred free action. Although, even So Bake might be the preferred free action. I'm never playing Ranch Provost, it turns out. I wish I could, but I just don't have the time. You thought the stone grab would be for stone oven, not Reno? Sounds like a euphemism. I would never. Yeah. Clearly. Alright, Red's maxed crop, so grow probably is better for them. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe I get Plaso. That'd be pretty sweet. Plaso would be very kind. Isn't it a 3-point action? Plaso looks like a 2-point action for red, right? It covers 1 space, and it gives them 1 more plow point. It gives them some more food, could be the argument. Teal does first action Reno because they wanted the well that bad. Starting for, yeah, Reno well in round 14 is, and no fields. What is this? What is this guy? You meant Provost? Provost is a 3-point action, but Provost is a 3-point action that costs us a food. We don't have time for that. It's totally a 3-point action, but literally everything is better. That's what's wild here. Like, also, there's a good argument that I should just freaking fence here because Teal can fence. And so there's a non-zero argument actually though that I should just freaking fence 12 right this second. Because I probably get So Bake back. I mean, purple could So Bake. Teal can fence. Purple cannot fence, right? Oh god, purple's not fenced out either. Oh yeah. Fence 11, not fence 12. I think it's just fence 10, right? Fence 10 is just better. Evidence is not needed, but what does fence 11 get me? I don't understand. This is just better? 12 is okay? We can't have timbered. Your spare move can be wood plow? Interesting. My spare move could be wood plow. I'm always getting wood plow back, right? What happens if everybody takes wood? Does that ever happen? No, that never happens. That is ludicrous. All right, fence 12 it is then. Yeah, this works. This is pretty safe. And then, yeah, actually the wood yeah, okay, I like this. I could even try to get greedy and take stone into wood for one extra food, but we'll see. Yeah, I can't not get fences. So. Wood plow over ranch or so. Well, now I have to because I did this. But the whole point is that fencing 12 plus wood plow is the same as fencing 10 plus sow. But fencing 12 plus wood plow is incredibly likely, whereas the other stuff is not guaranteed. Stone food or reed stone food? All right, fine, I'll take the dang wood. I'll just take the wood and be safe. There's 3 ways for me to get stone back. Although, there's so many ways for me to get wood back. But I guess I could start getting wood blocked from here. I mean, my opponents are taking animals and shit. I'll take the wood, though. I'll be safe. 4 wood gets me an extra evanist. Not sure if that food helps. That's true. This is 2 extra food. Now, the evanist food might matter, right? I'm not fully fed. I mean, the cow gets taken, but I actually... Being able to eat raw grain and evanist in here actually maybe matters. And I can breed the cows then. Yeah, I think this is good. Is this actually Lord of the Manor? Oh my god. Okay, we played a 1-point Lord of the Manor. You gotta be kidding me. This is not how you play Lord of the Manor. No, you play Lord of the Manor. For a while here, I thought purple had Lord of the Manor, to be honest. I thought purple had got past Lord of the Manor and was trying super hard to get their fields, crops, and fences. And I was like, oh, okay. But it looks like I actually have a win here, I think. But we're not going to play a 2-point Lord of the Manor recently. I got blocked on it. Maybe. I don't know. It is better than it would have been for me. I mean, I didn't plan for Lord of the Manor. We went through this. I was going for big house, and I was worried I was going to run into exactly what happened here, where I had a ton of pressures to get everything done because it's hard to do half timbered and everything. Ending at 45? I think so. Once again, it's not that great of a game, right? I'm struggling to get explosive games lately, but I should take 2 stone if the food isn't relevant. Blocks purple. Oh yeah, purple gave away the reno parts. Okay. I don't believe it's relevant. I just got a food from Milk Jug. I have a raw grain I can eat. I have a wood that I can ebanist, so I'm already fed. Yeah, I'm already fed. I don't need the food. So I agree, you're right, that we should block purple. Not that blocking purple looks necessary. I mean, 45 looks very safe here. I mean, red is my closest competitor, but I'm pretty ahead here. Worst rule breaking you've ever seen. What if purple plays a beer table? Yeah. All right. Well, the good news, team, is we at least achieved the general game plan. The general game plan was to get this mason half timbered and still have a halfway decent farm, use the forest plow for the fields, get the stable planner for a bit of extra point sealing and breeding. It's sad that we didn't have time to play the Ranch Provost, because this is the easiest Ranch Provost of my life. It's definitely sad that we didn't get a little more value on a Skillful Renovator, but we only got to grow 3rd, and we grew 3rd and 6th or something. Like, it wasn't quite the explosive what you would have wanted. But we did have very nice resource grabs in the mid-game, and then, once again, this is just another game I'm playing with fairly weak players that have led to overall much lower scores than it should be. Purple getting only a 35 is crazy here. They were in a much better spot than that. Red's eking out like a 40 here, maybe. But we at least get mid 40s, so 5 wood off Skillful overall. Yeah, I mean, Skillful still did its job, don't get me wrong. Skillful's still, like, pretty crazy good for these Reno game plans. It just, like, it could have been really dumb for me, and it wasn't, but that's okay. But, boom, we all of a sudden sneak up to 44 with the Hidden Room plus Grow plus Half Timbered move, so... Considering there's numerous 2 to 3 point actions left, clearly there's upside left, but it looks like a solid win. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a ton of points I'm missing out on here, right? Like, there's just 2 points worth of sheep I'm missing, a huge sow action I'm missing out on. Like, I threw away a grain to literally nothing, which did wind up costing me a point here, it looks like. Oh, wait, no, I have to eat a raw grain anyhow. Okay, it turns out Ravenous Hunger might not have cost me anything, but it could have. Storeroom is a move. Oh, they went for a huge storeroom. Wow, okay, that's what they were building towards. Okay, so purple score is better than we thought, because, yeah, they decided to storeroom. I got it. I probably win even if teal doesn't gift me growth, but that was nice. I think you're correct, Sid. It looks like I still am just enough because none of my opponents could put together quite enough of a game. But, it still is nice that teal gave me that growth. 2 points of fence if I get 3 more wood from Skillful. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, there's so many. If I hadn't played Ravenous, I could have taken RSF and not aided any grain for an extra point. Yeah, good call. You're right. Never mind. Okay, so I did cost myself a point by playing Ravenous, but could have been Acorns instead of Ravenous, and then I would have had to take RSF in order to get half timbered, but I would have had a little more. Yeah, that's true. Acorns would have been Acorns. Oh no, I didn't have read at the time. Never mind. I don't think I had the read. Did I? Maybe I did. I don't think I could have grown with. No, I actually don't know if it's true. I don't think I could have played that. I don't think I grabbed the read till after I did the grow and the first reno. The one time we missed the Ebonist. Yeah, missing the Ebonist was bad. Although I'm not sure how much that hurt, but. You think rounds 1 to 6 were bigger issues than the mid game stuff? No, that's totally fair. Getting critical is very fair. Yeah, I don't think the early Ebonist mattered. We needed every wood. Yes, we did. That's fair, Lumen. I mean, to be honest, you want me to just get my Ox out earlier, right? So if I play my Ox earlier, I get the stable planner out earlier is the main thing, right? So I actually am breeding animals slightly sooner. But what else do you want me to do rounds 1 to 6, actually, to be honest? I'm curious. Play Ox more aggressively, ignore the Foreclay Hearth. Okay, you want me to ignore the Hearth, I'll get it later. Build the Deg Room when Blue Parks. I could have just grown second. That's fair. I would have grown second, so my sequencing made no sense. Fair enough. I kept ping-ponging between looking like I cared about growth and looking like I cared about Hearth. To be fair, though, if I don't Hearth there and I just build... Well, actually, it turned out I did get 5 food back, wouldn't I? I did get 5 food back there, so that I'm just 1 food worse. Okay. Yeah, actually, I should have just built there, because then I get the 5 food back. I mean, I don't have the Hearth down, so I still have to get the Hearth action in later, but that shouldn't be that hard. Nobody was actually fighting for the Hearth this game. These opponents were kind of wild, actually, in that regard. 3 sheep pressured when there are 2 5-food stacks on the table against weak players. I should have just gone for the growth. Yeah, I mean, 50% of the time it's late growth instead, but 50% of the time I grow second instead, which certainly would have helped here. It forces the growth queue to go in a kind of wacky and probably better way for me, because it forces red to start player in to grow at a time that's probably advantageous to me. And it definitely helps me sneak back into the growth queue probably faster. Hidden value loss was the lateness. Yeah, I mean, I talked about that, right? I definitely noticed that. Like, if I get the stable planner up a bit sooner, I have slightly better breeding, so my food's slightly better. And it allows me to do slightly different things with animal grabs. Although, yeah, I guess. To be clear, I didn't really have that great of an opportunity to oct more aggressively, right? The main thing is I could have oct in round one, but if I don't take RSF, I can't even necessarily pavior. But I could have just round one stable plannered. But it could have got a little ugly. Ugh, yeah, maybe it goes better. You think you liked SPOC. You did say that, yeah. Yeah, maybe I need to. I should probably experiment with playing stage one slightly differently. This stage one was a little gross, but I'm not as convinced that it goes significantly better differently for me if I sequence those ox. Like, I'm not actually convinced that makes. Well, okay, the main difference is not building. If I grow one round sooner and get one more action, that could be pretty huge for me. Actually, that's the big difference. Being too locked on RSF over Ock. RSF doesn't matter as much here because the food's less important, and the stone often isn't as important. Because you don't need the stone to feed, also. Part of the reason it's so good on Play Agricola is the food's so damn tight. A lot of times you want early pottery, early BMW, early well. The ox are more game defining over here, too. Because it's the only thing we can leverage. The miners are way less impactful over here, too. And on average, whereas Play Agricola, you can actually. Yeah, Play Agricola also just has a lot more ox and miners, I think, that can really define your game during the mid game. Whereas I do agree that revised, I do think there's generally less chance for mid game ox and miners to really shift things around quite as much. So that's fair. Weak tables control the board less, so you can I can worry about it less. I should be yeah, that part I agree. I don't adapt too well either. I'm always like, oh, I don't want to leave these big stacks. I don't want to do this, but no, you're right. Like, there's a lot less need to try to control players. Like, worried about what other players are getting just doesn't matter when they're not going to leverage it correctly. Also, my goal to play slightly faster. I mean, the table was a bit faster. The stream was pretty good. I'm gonna end, but okay, yeah, that's actually fascinating. Maybe that's all true, actually. Maybe I could have set myself up better. Also, the thing I really regret, though, you're right. I should have built a damn room. Let's go back. I do think I got very distracted by the hearth. In hindsight, I will. I'm not totally sure I agree about some of the rest of what you're saying. I don't know if that changes much, but not building was ludicrous in hindsight. That's absolutely dumb of me. The hearth move is crazy. And the reason the hearth move is crazy is because we're talking about round 5, right? I can build in round 5, which means a good amount of the time even if I don't wheel 5 food, even if I don't wheel 5 food, a decent amount of the time I'm just playing Trident in round 6. Which, like, do I want to have to play Trident in round 6? No, but the fact that I have an out of Trident means I definitely don't need to worry about the damn food here. You think controlling the board's overrated all the time compared to setting up your own game? You started to care less and less about it. That's also reasonable. I mean, part of why Gray is such a strong player, right? Gray sets up his game with a single-mindedness that I feel sometimes borders on craziness, and yet, yeah, he definitely sometimes just crushes. Well, pretty often he crushes, so. Gray doesn't care about first room. Gray doesn't care about, yeah, who's getting big stacks. Gray just cares about the stuff he's setting up. So, okay. So worry about that less. Worry about taking RSF less because other people don't care about RSF in these formats very much either. Like, I'm going to get RSF later. Now, I don't know if I hate RSF here, but I could have just played Stable Planner. If I play Stable Planner here, there's a chance that I'm breeding animals in the stage 2 harvest, which is convenient, and it denies the cultivator from this player, so then makes their opening a bit harder. I don't know if this is a huge difference up to this point, though, but it is an option. But the RSF is fine. And to lock in the Pavior, that's fair. You don't think doesn't care about is the correct idea? It's more that first room is necessary for plan. That's where you focus. Yes, that's fair, Sid. Yeah, sorry. I don't care isn't quite what I mean either. I'm slightly generalizing, right? But I think you guys are correct that. All right, but yeah, this round I can't play an Ock now. So the opening was fine. I get Ock blocked here. I think, right? Yeah, okay. So another RSF is fine here. I need RSFs for my game plan. It's fine to just get this out of the way. So first two rounds I don't really have an issue with. I really think it's just round 5. It's ludicrous in hindsight. I just want to get to the round 5 position though, because I think that's one that I'm gonna just instantly cringe. I think I'm gonna cringe very hard about it. But these first two rounds I'm fine with. All right, we get our Akka, we go Pavior because we like the food. There's a small argument stable planner here because we would have had 2 stables by this harvest, but really I should have just built a stable with my first room. That's really the answer here. Like, if I just build a stable with first room, that solves a lot of things. I still like 4 clay here for the eventual hearth. Like, there's nothing else to do on this board. You've got him burned a few times, hoping to do RSF later. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Look, to be fair, like, all of these things are slight. Like, here's what you can do. Like, some games you're going to regret not taking RSF as aggressively as you can. But I almost never am in that position, right? So it means that I am probably calibrated to taking RSF too much and ignoring early Ox too much. I think these guys are probably correct. If I want to get slightly better, there should sometimes be situations where I regret not RSFing early enough. Like, that'll happen occasionally. Like, sometimes the game just doesn't break in the right way, but... Alright, and this is where I take 3 wood. This is probably where Lumen's stable plans, but I like just taking 3 wood here. I think I get expensive Ock back a high amount of the time and can play stable planner back, and I like having the room parts locked up. I think my action on the wheel is pretty bad if I Ock here. I guess I could have tried Ock, but I'm okay with this too. If I'm nervous about wood, I'm not nervous about wood. I just think it's better than the other options here. I think my sequencing this round is fine. I think wood into Ock is better than my other round options. It worked out. I read it better than you. Yeah, I mean, I certainly could have got Ock blocked, right? So admittedly, if I get Ock blocked, then it goes horribly wrong. It just feels unlikely that's happening, but it could have happened. So I mean, the fact it could have still means it's risky. But whatever, this is fine. It's this. I think the big mistake is this round. This upcoming round, it's absolutely crazy to not build a room. It's utterly ridiculous. I build a hearth here. Yeah, purple starts. Red takes wood and can now build a room. Why am I building a hearth here? Red is not contesting a hearth. I don't need the damn sheep stack here. My food's a little ugly. I mean, the problem is that I was worried that all the food disappears. But even if all the food disappears, I just need to remember that I have a freaking trident. But I could have built into 5 food here, right? Like, it turns out that I get to just build into 5 food anyhow, I think. Yeah, I should have built here. Why didn't I build? Purple started for me. Purple has a room. Purple built a round 3 room. Not building is crazy. It was getting too paranoid about the food. Part of what I'm realizing in hindsight is I think I forgot I had trident as an out here though. I was worried that it went 5 food, 3 sheep, and I thought I would just get build back anyhow in some of those scenarios, but I definitely should just build, hope 5 food comes back. If 5 food doesn't come back, I just lean on trident to save me. But yeah. Alright, I almost built the room. Yeah, I should have built the room. I definitely should have built the room. The table's not good enough or bad enough for it to go 5/5 sheep. I mean,
It is interesting how you have to frame it that way, though, right, Lumen? Like, at a good table, a decent amount of the time, I think it goes 5-5. Well, Red still might choose to build a room over the sheep. Actually, probably not, though. Like, I don't know. Their food. Yeah. But no, you're right. The table's in that weird zone where they're not so paranoid about food. They've already let it stockpile too much. But, like, yeah, the fact Teal takes RSF grade there is actually mildly interesting, but... Okay. Yeah, that was bad, but... There's round 6 Trident. The fact that I have round 6 Trident as an option and growth does flip, so I could have just start player Trident. You don't think being scared about food is necessary? Correct, I don't. We're adapting to be forgetting Trident. Adapting to be forgetting Trident is still useful, though, to argue that even if it went 5-5-6, I build a room, and even without the food grab here, I still have, trickles of Pavior. I still have options to, like, trickle some RSF. I can grow with Forest Stone. I have the Ox and the Stone already that I can, grow with Forest Stone. Like I can play Forest Stone some amount of the time too. I have so many like little sneaky food outs. I definitely this is a huge mistake actually. Yeah. So this cost me a lot of points. This Hearth comes later. I get 5 food here anyhow, so I'm 1 food worse, but I'm growing a whole round sooner. Not only am I growing a whole round sooner, I'm growing second. Teal will start player and grow. It's not clear that purple builds and joins the queue fast enough anyhow. Red will wind up getting in the queue then for, so round 6, I grow 7, Teal grows 8, Red maybe grows 9. I can then be ready to grow in 10 a decent amount of the time. Growing in 10 is also better than what happened, although I got grow in 11 without starting, so that part actually maybe doesn't change that much. But having a whole extra action means I have much better tempo on getting the damn renovations and shit done too. Like, I probably do get the room up faster, and then I have better tempo for the renos, which means I get more wood off skillful. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hard to predict what lower rated players will do. Yes, the predicting is terrible. You think RSF was good enough for me with this game? You think prioritizing 2 times RSF in stage 1 is important? I did want to get value from Forest Stone and Pavior. Yes, I agree. You think the second one might have been easy to get in for? Yes. You're not the best at playing weak tables. Yeah, I'm not sure I am either, to be honest. After my recent games this week, honestly, I think I'm better at, like, if the table's all, like, 300s to 400s. I think my win rate at those tables are probably about as good as it is at the 100s and 200s tables. I think I know how to play and, like, beat fairly predictable good players. But, yeah, some of these tables, I don't think I adapt to them particularly well, which is fine. I mean, what's the point of adapting to these weirdos? And I at least got the win here by a decent margin, but I am glad to have this deep analysis here. Thanks, guys, for chatting and bringing it up, and thanks, Lumen, for pointing some of that out. I think a lot of that actually is very helpful. But yeah, I think there were other ways to play my stage 1, but I think ultimately the way I played stage 1 was fine in hindsight. I don't really regret any of my stage 1 moves. Maybe there's another way to play it that's roughly equivalent, but this round, this Hearth is just a pure out mistake. This is just bad. I'm mad at myself for playing this way. This is wrong. I think my game goes like actually significantly better. I think having better tempo this game is incredible for me. This game partly went a little awry for me in the fact that I only grew third and other people kept wanting to build and grow admittedly, so that pushed me back on when I could usefully build a 4th room, and that pushed me back on Reno. Nobody else wanted to Reno, so yeah, like all of that is part of why things went so, not that they went crazy ugly for me, but yeah, it's just it got scary at the end to achieve everything. So I need the bully mentality. That also is part of it. Yeah, I at these weak tables, I need to just remember that. Again, I've said this before, but one of the few ways I'm going to lose to these players is that they get action advantage on me, right? And Teal handle having the least actions this game? No, Teal lost this game by a long shot, right? Teal did very bad. The only players that got sort of close to me were the players that wound up getting action advantage on me. Like, and to be honest, if they just correctly played that position, they should have won. So, yeah, I gotta find a better way to bully them a bit. But you tend to predict a lot and play riskier, and it fails more often against weakers. Yes. To be frank, you would take field fences at a weaker table and just expect to. I'm not doing that. Was it field fences versus half timbered? It was. I don't need to be so critical out there. 1 by 5 points. Who cares if it's low scoring? Well, so I look. People have had this argument all the time, right? But that's just not how. That's not how I am or who I play. Like, you can analyze all sorts of games for where your mistakes are. Like, you don't have to only look at your losses in order to figure out where you're playing poorly. You can make mistakes in games that you win by a bunch. Yeah, analyzing everything is important to figure out how to be better. Like, yeah, so you win plenty of games. I've definitely won games where I wasn't sufficiently accurate. Yeah, like again, that's what I mean. Like your skill level in your play doesn't like perfectly correlate with your results. So whatever. I'm happy to have this deep analysis. I think I've learned more useful insights from doing this deep analysis for the last 20 minutes than I have from many other recent games. I think this is actually somewhat useful and enlightening in a couple of regards, talking about general things that matter in revised and just talking about general how to beat weaker tables. And yeah, anyhow, I'm happy to do this. With that said, I've blabbed on for a long time, and I do need to actually achieve other things before I head out. So thanks all for hanging out. It's been great. I'm going to try to port everything over to YouTube if I remember to in the next couple minutes from the last couple weeks, because otherwise I always forget the YouTube folks. I am hanging out with my family for the next couple days, so there won't be any streams, but hopefully Lumen comes back soon. Hopefully our other streamers are back. Speaking of other streamers, thanks for that heads up, Lumen. There are claims of a wild Nerdcube site. It's been a while. But indeed, Nerdcube is streaming. All right, we're going to go raid our buddy Nerdcube. He's playing some BGA Terra Mystica, but that'll be pretty sweet. So, yeah, we're going to head over there. Thanks all. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving, those of you in the US. And I need to make sure Nerdcube Games has no space. Bloop. My dog's doing something in the room, making noises. All right. Thanks all for hanging out. It's been great. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving. And yeah, I'll see everybody around. We're rated Nerdcube. All right. See y'all.